All right, guys, I'm going to show you how you can make a Wordmark logo and really how you can manipulate your text in Illustrator. So I'm going to just make a new document for us to work in. I don't care the size right now. There we go. And let's say I wanted to make a logo and I want the logo to be a word mark, which if we remember, word marks are basically just words that have cool fonts. So, I mean, for example, Google, this is a word mark, all right? And we can look up other word mark logos to see. Oop. But word mark logos are very much dependent on unique fonts and unique manipulation of the letters. So how do we do that in Illustrator? Zoom in a little bit. So the text tool, which is over here, is what we use to make type. And if you don't see that, you might want to go to Window, Workspace, Essentials Classic, and make sure you're in the same workspace as me. But I'm going to grab my text tool and I'm going to click and drag to make a text box. I'm going to type whatever I want. I'm just going to type peanut butter. I don't know why. So that's my text. Just like I was in a Google document or an email, I can click and drag to select the text. And character right here is where I click to adjust things. So I can adjust the size. I can also adjust the font. So I'm just going to choose a font that I want to work with right now. Good. Okay. So all I can really do though, while this is a text, is adjust like kerning or leading, which is like known as like the spacing between letters, or I can adjust the size. But I mean, if I'm kind of designing this as a word mark, I want to do more. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go to Object Expand. And what that does is it switches it from being text to being a shape. So I'm going to click OK. And now if you'll notice, you don't see the text box. And now if you zoom in, you can see there's blue lines highlighting all of the letters, just like it would if this was a shape. And what that means is I can now use my arrows and adjust this just like it was a shape, right? And so that's how we can end up making things a little more kind of creative and unique. So I might kind of stack these. This is no longer a text, it's basically just a shape. And this is how we can start manipulating texts to look unique, which is what you want when you are making a word mark. You want word marks to be unique. Now, if I click on it, I'll notice they're all grouped together. If I want to remove an individual letter, I can always double click, which kind of goes inside the group of letters so that I can move individual letters. Another solution is I can click on the letter group and I can go to Object, Ungroup. Okay. So again, what's important about word marks and text in general in logos is usually that it's unique or it stands out. All right. So I might kind of go in here and do some funky stuff with my letters just to make this kind of a little bit different. Because I mean, this font could be used by other people. So how am I going to make my word mark or logo unique enough that it stands out? So maybe it means I manipulate the letters a little bit, use my white direct selection arrow to maybe remove or move some anchor points, just to make it more unique. Okay. So that's what we are going to do for this practice. Is I want you to take a text, I want you to go Object Expand, and I want you to manipulate it beyond the font, all right? Which means I should be able to go up here and type the font again, same word, peanut butter, and whatever I've designed down here should be familiar as a similar font, but it should still look different. It should be unique, okay? Something that you guys can also do is you can click on these letters and you can go to the effect, distort and transform. You can mess with the effects. So maybe I add roughen to kind of make it look a little more jagged or, I don't know, distorted. Like that might be cool depending on like what I want for this logo. If I have too many anchor points, I can click minus on my keyboard to get the subtract anchor point tool. So I don't know if I want that one right there. So I just got rid of it. All right. So I'm going to play with this to make it what I think would be a cool Wordmark logo. And that's what I want you to do is I want you to play with something, make it look different. What I want you to do is have the original unedited font that you typed up sitting on the top right here. And I want the Wordmark, whatever you make it into, to sit in the middle of your artboard. Okay. And remember, you can always change your artboard by clicking the artboard button here and adjusting the size of your workspace. But I want to see the differences. So I do need to see the original text up here and then the word mark you made after expanding and editing things. Okay. So I'm going to work on mine and I'm going to post it as an example, but this is how we take text and we expand it so that we can do more editing to it.